Hi, this is April. Welcome back to my channel. I want you to check out a few clips from this Tucker Carlson interview that he did with Kid Rock. And it shows how Kid Rock and President Donald Trump became friends after being invited to the White House. I found it really enjoyable and I hope it cheers you up. So it turns out that his friendship with Donald Trump started when Sarah Palin invited him to the White House with Ted Nugent.
No, Sarah Palin asked him to, was friendly with her, and early, right when he got elected, he invited her to dinner and said, bring some interesting people. So she said she called me and Ted Nugent, and was like, hell yeah. Ended up there, we ended up becoming buddies and spent a lot of time on the golf course now, and it's really weird, get phone calls from him and stuff. It's just kind of mind-blowing.
So Kid Rock goes on to explain how open Donald Trump is and how freely he speaks with people. And that's the one thing I've always loved about him. Instead of the traditional politician who is so buttoned up and everything they say is pre-planned. I like when people speak to you like you're a human being and not a constituent.
What's he like to play golf with?
Awesome. So much fun.
Really? Why?
He just knows how to have fun. Doesn't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
You know, he's engaging. It's just, you're just cutting it up. Just open with politics. I was there with him one day when he ended the caliphate. He wanted to put out a tweet, and it was like, I don't like to speak out of school. I hope I'm not, but it was something like, he's like, tell him like, yeah, the tweet was, and I'm paraphrasing, but it was like, you know, if you ever join the caliphate, you know, and try to do this, you're going to be dead. He goes, what do you think? I go, awesome. Like, yeah, tweet that out. I was like, I can't add anything better than that. But then it comes out, and it's reworded and more political and like, you know, a little politically correct. And I'm like, just being pretty, you know, we're looking at maps. And I'm like, am I supposed to be like in on?
Some people have described President Trump as being crass, but I have found out in my personal experience that the people that are straight shooters and speak from the heart, they will have your back when you need them. And the ones that are very pretentious and carefully monitor all of their speech, those are the ones that when the chips are down, they'll end up stabbing you in the back and they won't come to your defense. I definitely agree with Kid Rock's comparison of a Donald Trump speech versus a Joe Biden speech.
Just starts cutting it up. It's just how sharp he is incredible. And you can see now if you watch a Joe Biden interview and you watch a Trump interview, you're just like, there's no comparison. Yeah. And Trump, yeah, he speaks off the cuff. I understand what it's like. Sometimes you get it wrong.
Yeah.
You know, this, that, and the other. But I would way rather hear somebody come from here and get it wrong once in a while than see this contrived. Pretty much every politician until he came along at some level, everything was scripted.
My favorite part is when Kid Rock goes on to explain that there's so many people in Hollywood that secretly support Trump or that are conservative, but they're in the closet.
Without naming their names, and you would know, are there other people in your business who agree with you privately?
Yeah, and it was funny during the last, election when Trump's thing, is I had some people on his inside say it to me. They were naming off Hollywood people, and they kept going like, yeah, they're in the closet. And I'm like, those people are all gay? That's nuts. And they're like, no, they're closet Trump fans. I'm like, oh, man, woo. I was like, that was kind of mind-blowing, Like, I'm not going to talk out of school on these people. They obviously don't want to be out in the open about it for whatever reasons they have. But, yeah, there's a ton of them. They have no idea. Me and Trump talk about that a lot. We're like, they have no idea how many of us there are.
Well, that should definitely encourage all of us. I know we're the majority. Those on the left who don't love America are a tiny minority. And we should always remember that. Well, I'm definitely more of a fan of Kid Rock now than I was before, and this interview really cheered me up, so I hope you check out the full interview with Tucker Carlson on Fox News. If you like this video, give it a like, consider subscribing for more news and reviews, and God bless.